All right, folks. Hey, welcome. It's Peter Catalano. Welcome to the interview. You guys know I love meeting great people around Houston and really across the country as well. We're starting to expand a bit, but right now we're focused here in Houston. We make great business. We meet great business owners, great people who work for great businesses. And today is a fun day for me. Now we're heading into tax season, folks, and it's January of 2022. In case you're wondering when we're recording this. And today we get to meet with none other than Tammy Mahel. Mahil?
Mihail.
Mahel.
You're close.
My eyes are getting crossed on the name over there. I apologize. I'll just go with Tammy all the time. Look, folks, Tammy's a CPA. She's here in the Houston metro area. Tammy knows her business. And she knows working with the small businesses out there, the kind of stuff that they deal with. So Tammy, welcome to the interview.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
I love it. This is a lot of fun. So Tammy, we're coming into tax season. Before we get into all those lovely numbers, and everybody's going to be looking for somebody to help them, especially with everything that happened with the pandemic and the child tax credits and all the other payments that were made. Tell us just a little bit about you. You know, you're from Houston, you're from somewhere else. What's your story?
Well, I grew up here. Actually, I grew up in the Sugarland area. I graduated from Clements High School, went to U of H. So been here most of my life. I was just in San Diego. Well, I lived in San Diego for 8 years. My ex-husband's Navy. So we were out there for 8 years and moved back home when we split and finished my degree. So I've been here most of my life. So born and raised.
Fantastic. San Diego's a nice place to live, but I tell you, I
Yeah.
love the Sugarland. I love the Houston area. I really do. So welcome back. I'm glad you're here and born and raised. That's really cool. So let's get into some of the details. We have a short period of time here today, and I know we've talked before about what businesses need to look for and watch out for, and how they pick an advisor. And there's so many different things we can talk about today. But what do you think? Should we talk about what businesses need to see, we need to look for from a CPA? Can you give us some insight there?
Well, right now, this time of year, businesses are calling me and asking me lots of questions. I'm getting lots and lots of questions about what they need to do to prepare for tax season. Right now, we're focusing on, end of year preparation, getting their books in order, getting their 1099s out, getting their, year-end payroll reports done, W-2s, 1099s, their goodness, I lost my train of thought.
Do it all the time too. It works.
Yes. Their TWC reports, their 941 reports, all this year-end stuff that needs to be done. I was just speaking to someone that just started rental properties this year. And so he was asking about what to do about his renter that they're trying to evict. So he was asking questions about that. So right now, this is a time to start thinking and planning and asking those questions so that you're ready for tax season. So right now, for business owners, give me a call. Let's answer those questions so that you're not surprised.
I get it. So, I've been working with business owners myself. I've been in this since 1992, and one of the biggest challenges I find is getting the documents really in order and really smartly keeping them in order throughout the year.
Much better.
Yeah, and with technology, I mean, when I started way back when, people would walk into one of my CPA's offices with bags of receipts, we should be beyond that now, folks. We should have some sort of technology to track the receipts, either QuickBooks online or some other thing. So let's talk about that real quick. Are you doing bookkeeping yourself? Or are you offshore? Are you coordinating with the bookkeeper?
We do bookkeeping here for clients if they would like us to. We use QuickBooks Online and we use QuickBooks Desktop. So we do, full bookkeeping for some clients. Some clients we just review, monthly, quarterly, annually, depending on what they, their needs are. Some clients do the full bookkeeping themselves and they just give me the financials. So it depends on whatever clients needs
whatever they need.
Yeah.
And roughly what kind of business owners are style of business, number of employees, industry, where do you like to focus?
Well, most of our businesses are small to mid-sized businesses. Our largest business goes up to about 25 million in revenue, maybe 100 employees, 75 to 100 employees. That's about our largest companies that we have. So, but most of our companies are, they're, let's see, we have manufacturers, realtors, home improvement people, we have motels. We're kind of very wide range. A lot of franchise owners.
Hmm.
So we've got a good gamut of different industries. So
Is there anything, or is there any particular industry that you feel is on the IRS's radar as we're entering into the season, or are they just going to wait till the season's over to see who they want to pick on?
they kind of pick on everybody.
Well, I understand they've been hiring a lot lately, and I understand they're
They
on a
have been
rampage to
hiring a
collect
lot.
some of the revenue they didn't get in 2020. So I understand a lot of people are getting these love notes asking for money. Your clients receiving these yet, or
I have had a few. Some of them get some weird notices too. They're wanting more information to process their returns. I'm getting those notices. So
interesting?
helping clients fill those out. Clients always send me those notices. They don't know what to do with them. So Tammy, take care of this. And so we do that too.
I find the IRS to be a bunch of big bullies every so often too. Watch me get a knock on the door real soon here, if not during this call, because I'll probably be listening to it. But
Well, you can give me a call. I like
that's
taking
right.
care of those.
That's right. They knock on the door and here's something they said. What do we do with this? So what do you think a client needs to do? What's the best thing a client can do to help prevent some of that obvious reason to get a letter? I know the IRS is dealing with a lot of stuff and they got a lot of craziness going on. I get that. But there's obvious things a client should do. What would you say is the top three things?
Well, obviously, you want to report all your income. You want to be sure that, you're matching your 1099-Ks, from all your merchant receipts, that you get all those credit card swipes that you're doing for your business. You get that 1099-K. You want to be sure that your revenue is matching that or more than that. All your 1099s, you want to be sure that you're matching that or more than that. You want to be sure you're doing all your W-2 reporting and then make sure all your W-2s are right. I had a conversation just yesterday with one of my employees that, whether or not they should do corrected 1099s and, what a pain it is to do it, but you want to be sure that your W-2s are correct, because your employees can file a form that attaches with their 1040 that says their W-2 was incorrect. And that's informing the IRS that you've made a bobo. So you want to be sure that everything's right. What's another thing that you want to be sure that your books are in order, that you've done all your expenses correctly, that your meals and entertainment, your auto expenses, that everything, your rent, especially your rent, you've issued 1099s for things that you're supposed to. I mean, there's so many things that you need someone like me, a CPA, that knows and understands the rules and that can help you to make sure those things are being followed.
Well, something just triggered on that 1099 you said a second ago. Boy, I wish I should have written it down right away because it was a
Oh
great
no.
question. It'll come back eventually here. It always does. In the meantime, I'll move on. So industry wise, I've heard in the past that the IRS picks industries to go after. And I know this, we said a minute ago that they're going after everybody, but are there still targeted industries that they're looking for deeper information?
I don't think they target specific industries. I think they do the higher net wealth people. They do hire, industries that they know they can get money from. I think they have a formula that they run and they decide which industries that they can pick from. I don't think it's just it's a luck of a draw. They're going to go after people that in industries that they know that they can get money from.
I think that's an
Yeah.
interesting statement there. I think, a lot of people get sometimes upset with the IRS, and I know I joke about them a lot, but I think that what you said there, that formula is absolutely true. That the IRS looks and says, what's it going to cost us to collect the money, and what's our return on that collection going to
Mhm.
be? And if they don't see a great return on the collection, they're just not going to waste time with it. Not that anybody should cheat in any way, shape, or form.
Oh
Don't get me
no.
wrong, but there is that. Why would they send out an auditor? Why would they send out a someone to collect?
Or
And that
waste
costs them a
waste
lot of money.
resources. Yeah, waste resources on not getting any return.
Exactly. So, and I think, you say your clientele are in that maybe 5 to 10 average $10 million range. You have a few of them at 20 million.
Mhm.
In that nice, comfortable business range, there's no reason to cook the books. There's no reason to do anything weird with it. You're not making a whole ton of money that you can argue with them, and and if you cheat on it, then you're just going to lose, and you're probably making a fairly comfortable lifestyle, but you don't want to lose any of it.
No.
So it just makes sense to have the numbers, have them right, keep them accurate. Now, how often are you communicating with your clientele? Are you on the phone with them every quarter, checking in with them? What, give us an idea of your kind of way of working with clients.
Well, I'm available whenever they need me. They can call or email, some even text. Clients get my cell phone number that's in my email. So whenever they need me, they can reach out. Um, I'm available, all the time. So if you have a tax emergency on the weekend, you can reach out. I have a monthly newsletter that goes out to businesses and individuals. I post on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. So there's other ways to reach out to me too. So, I'm there when they need me. So I do send out emails, mass emails when something new happens and something changes that I think people would be in interest to, or if there's something in particular that might target just one person, I'll send it out to you. That I know if there's something that you're watching for, that I'll send to you. But I try to stay in contact, and I'm trying to be available um, whenever someone needs me, especially if I know you're going through some big major transaction. I try to be available.
Very cool. Very good. Well, on that realm, I promise people we keep this under a 15-minute quick one here. So I hope you come back. Maybe next time we can get into more details on, I don't know, specific tax issues that come up for a particular industry. I think there's a lot of real estate transactions happening now. So I'd love to learn more about that and maybe help those real estate professionals and investors out there. But before we go, how do people get a hold of you? You say your email's on your phone number's on the phone, but what number would people want to call you at, or do you want them to call you at?
Okay, so my email's the easiest way, which is Tammy@mihailcpa.com, which is Tammy, Tammy, @mihailcpa.com. So Mihail is MIHAIL CPA.com. We have a website, which is www.mihailcpa.com, MIHAILCPA.com. And our office number is 281-406-8984.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, Tammy, I thank you so very much for participating with me in the interview today. And folks, if you're looking for that new accountant, this is the season for it. This is the time to give Tammy a call. You know how to reach her. And I thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Look forward to talking to everybody.
You betcha. Thank you now.